Hey, Ashley. I'm doing an impromptu. Let's see if I can get my camera. I think I'm going to zoom in one here. There we go. That's better. Hi. Yeah, it's an impromptu. I expect it just to be very cozy with a few of us and the cats. The cats are here. So I have some happy mail, and I got a couple of Jana's vintage paper kits. So I thought I didn't want to wait till Monday to stream them because I want to use them. If I have to wait till Monday to stream them, I can't use them. So yeah. Hi Dot, Joy, and where's my little thing here? Anne, are you Anne? I think you're the same Anne that sent me. Anne, are you the Anne that sent me the happy mail? Are you the one that sent me this, Anne? I'm going to show this too. It's the backside. Is this you, Anne? I want to make sure I have the right Anne. So I also have this, and I'm going to use this in some vintage as well. So, hi, Michelle. No, okay, it's a different Anne. Okay. Hi, Beady Eyed Beth. So I got some paper kits from Jana. One I ordered, and the other one she put together for me. I bought both, but she put one together for me. And so I don't think any other paper kits are going to come with a pin. I'm just saying, I think she put that in there special. And then I got some happy mail from Faithful Mess. So I've got lots of, oh, there's Jana. Yeah. And I wanted to tell y'all that Jana, who's the preppy crafty girl, she just put up 4 new nature kits. So if y'all want to buy any of her kits, she has 4 at the moment. So you early birds that are here are the first ones that can have a chance to get one of her 4 paper kits that she put up overnight. So anyway, I'm going to show these. I could have waited till Monday, but for 2 reasons. One, I want to use them, and I don't want to wait till Monday to show them and use them. And number 2, she's got those 4 kits up. So if you want to buy them, you better get them now. So hi, Pacola. Pacola's like, she's like this. I'm just saying, Pacola. So anyway, if you want to grab one of her kits, she has 4 nature kits. I was tempted to get one, guys. I said, no, I won't get one of these 4 because I just got these 2. I haven't used these yet because I just got them yesterday. And also I wanted everybody else to have a chance to get one. So I did not buy one of the 4. She said she's going to have more. And also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong here, Pacola, but I think that's her YouTube channel where she shows the kits. So if you want to see the kits, there's her YouTube channel. I tried to cut and paste it. I think I got it right. So if you want to see her go through the kits, go to her YouTube channel. And if you want to buy a kit, Pacola just put her Etsy shop in there. So yeah. You're working on more now? Okay, good. Okay, thanks, Pacola. All right, baby, you're going to have to get down. You can't get near the cord. Oy. So you're welcome, sister woman. So I am going to show these. And I checked with Kathy, and I guess Kathy and Colleen stream tomorrow. For some reason I was thinking it was today, but I guess they stream tomorrow at 10. So I don't think anybody's streaming. Hi, Kathy A. We got a Kathy A and a Kathy B. Kathy Arbor and Kathy Berg. So Kathy Berg, I did ask this morning. She said that I guess her and Colleen stream tomorrow at 10. I can't keep up with everybody, people. I try. So I don't think anybody's, I didn't see Mary streaming or anything else. So I said, because it's an impromptu for me to do this. So I wanted to go through and show you guys. Oh, you streamed it. I asked Kathy. She said Friday. And there you are. But anyway, the thing is, that's why I'm coming on now, Colleen, because I'm not going to take all day. Y'all, even if you stream today at 10, I'm not taking that long. But I asked her, and she said streaming and Colleen's on Friday. Okay, so they're streaming. I don't know. You tell us, Colleen, who's streaming on which channel today or tomorrow. Anyway, today's Friday. Is today Friday for real? Oh my gosh. See, I lost track of days. I'm serious, people. I've been so slammed. I've lost track of days. Okay, so it is. Today is Friday. I'm telling you. I mean, when y'all are telling me it's Friday, it's still hard for me to believe it's Friday. I'm serious. Anyway, I'm saying all this to say I had planned to come on at 8:30 and wasn't going to go till 10 anyway. So it doesn't matter. Here's what matters, Colleen, is I wanted to send everybody over to you or Kathy's channel, whoever's streaming. So whose channel are you streaming on today? Are you streaming on yours, Colleen, or are you streaming on Kathy's today? That's probably what it was. The Monday, but I streamed on Monday, so that shouldn't have thrown me, sister woman. I call Jonna sister woman. She's Darcy Glam's sister, and in the South, you say sister woman. It's just a thing. I just call her sister woman. Anyway, it's Jonna, the preppy, crafty girls. Okay, so see, everybody look there at Colleen, the scrap chick. And at 10, she and Kathy will be streaming at 10 on her channel. Oh my gosh. Don't confuse me anymore. Okay. So here's what, if y'all missed it yesterday, I streamed, maybe that's what's part of throwing me, because I streamed yesterday an impromptu haul video. So I'm probably thinking yesterday had to be Wednesday because I streamed. That's probably what it is, right? But anyway, if y'all miss seeing my Jane Davenport clearance haul from Michael's, I did a 30-minute video yesterday. So go back and watch that one, especially if you go to Michael's today or tomorrow or over the weekend. Check your Michael's and see if your Jane Davenport stuff is on clearance, because almost every bit of the Jane Davenport stuff at my Michael's was on clearance. And if y'all saw it yesterday, it was an amazing haul. So go back and watch that. Okay, so let's get right to it. I have Happy Mail and I have these kits. So if y'all want to see, if you want to buy one of Jonna's 4 kits that she has available at the moment, they're botanicals. If you want to see her go through them on her YouTube channel, here is her YouTube channel link to see those kits. Okay. All right. So first off, this is a special kit she put together for me. It has a pen and some I'm telling you guys, this is just a special kit she put together. I bought 2 kits from her, and we got a mix up in one of the orders, and one of them had already sold. I said, well, just send me another kit. I don't care which one. I want some vintage paper. You send me whichever one you want. And so she made up this one for me. And like I said, I don't think the vintage paper kits are going to have pins in them. She put this in there special for me. So thank you, sister woman, for that. I'm going to show that one second. So this was one of the kits. I think this was the pink kit. Now, first off, let me show you guys how she packages everything. All of this comes in. It came in this plastic sleeve with her logo. The Preppy Crafty Girl is her Etsy shop name. And all this came in the kit like that. And then it all comes in. I don't think I can get it back in without it, but it all comes back in a pouch. She makes these pouches, these little cotton pouches. I'm going to try to turn it over so you can see. So they all come in these little pouches. It's so cute. I did take everything not to go to Michael's, sister. So she packages them in these little pouches, and it's so cute. Colleen, did yours come in pouches? Colleen bought some too, so I'm asking Colleen. Okay, so anyway, this I believe was called the pink kit. They're all individuals, guys. The pouches are vintage sheets. Oh my gosh, that's so clever. Yeah, they're thin, like they're sheet fabric. Oh my gosh. So she makes these pouches out of vintage sheets. Oh my gosh. So clever. So I don't know. Hi, Janet. You bought but did they come in, did yours come in sheet pouches, Colleen? I'm sure they did. I saw you go through some of the stuff, but I didn't see you actually open them, Colleen. So Colleen bought 3. Well, anyway, guys, again, she has 4 botanicals up there, 4 botanical kits. And she said she's going to make more. They're all packaged in vintage sheets. Okay, I'm half teasing. I'm half teasing Colleen. We have this little thing. Well, I got this. Did you get that? I love you, Colleen. All right. So anyway, vintage sheets. So I'm going to show you what I got in my kits. And again, this one she made up special for me. So anyway, there's just so much. Here's one of the things. Two things. I'll repeat. I wanted to show it today and some other happy mail I got. I wanted to show it today because I want to use stuff. I want to use it over the weekend. And if I wait till Monday to show it, some of it will have been used. I'm going to use it in some journals. So I wanted to show it before I started using it. Let's see. Jonna said there are a few other botanical kits too. Okay. Well, she showed 4 new ones. So y'all go to her shop. Go to her shop. Pacola just put a link in there and see what kits you like because they're so fun, guys. So I'm going to show you some of the things that are in here. Look at this. Let me slide this over. Oh, and they all come wrapped in seam binding too. They all come wrapped up real pretty with seam binding. And she wrote me a nice little letter here too. And so it's vintage paper stuff, guys. It's vintage paper stuff. Look, vintage wallpapers and all kinds. I've already gone through it, so it's not in the order that she packaged it because I've already played in it a little bit. But I wanted to show you what came in it, even though I've already opened it and looked at it. So anyway, look, vintage magazine articles, and look at this. Embroidered socks. Oh my gosh. And just little old papers, music papers and vintage notepads. And look, somebody cut out a shoulder sleeve. So this is a shoulder, a shoulder from somebody cut out of a pattern. I don't know if it ended up in one of the pattern packs because she buys pattern packs and she, puts pattern packs, parts of pattern packs. Say that 3 times. She puts parts of pattern packs. Okay, Jersey. Jersey's on her way to Michael's. And so this probably came in one of the pattern packs that she had. So she put that in. There's all kinds of stuff. A little old typed up recipe, some lace, seam binding lace. I'll show that in a minute. Some little cards, look, vintage cards. I hope I'm showing this. Can y'all see them? I zoomed in. Do I need to? Let me click in one more. Just maybe 2 more so that y'all can really see. Vintage cards and little tags. This looks like, oh, look, this is it's what do you call it? Look, not a rummy, a card game scorecard. And little recipes. Look, thing says beautiful, a vintage photograph. And little, I think this is a little coaster, another card, vintage, what do you call it? Gift wrap and some more wallpaper pieces. So I wanted to dig in and use this stuff, but a tally card, thank you. But I didn't want to wait till Monday. Look, little Holly Hobby. Is it Holly Hobby? I think it was Holly Hobby. I didn't want to wait till Monday because I want to use it. I want to play with this stuff. Some labels, look, some old vintage labels, Avery labels, and phone call record, little vintage card, patterns and clothing, make a belt. And look, I mean, it's just almost a bingo. Just all kinds of little things like this. This is out of one of those, and I have the newer ones of these, Sister Woman, where they, what was her name? Eileen, not Eileen, Aileen, the tacky girl, the tacky glue lady that had some kits back 20 years ago, probably 20 years ago. And you bought these cards and packs every month, and their kits, and yeah. So anyway, that's what that reminded me of. Ingredients. Look, a vintage kitchen. I bet you Jonna's kitchen actually looked like Jonna's a vintage girl. No, I did so many file folder projects in the day, Colleen. I'm not gonna. I've got boxes and boxes of file folder kit projects. Like the Alphabetica, and I can't do any more file folder kits. These are going to go in my projects. I've got a couple of different. Hang on. All right, so here's my tins that I'm working out of. I've got these 2 tins. This is the one that I plan on doing some vintage stuff in. So I pulled some of my tins, and I'm going to do some vintage in this. Then I'm also working in this journal. Let me take the papers out here. I'm working in this journal, which I'm working in here. So there's something on every single page in this book so far. I just got these. These are those Arteza ones. So I'm working in this one, and I've got something on every page in this one. And I'm working in the small one, which I've got something on every page in this one. I got a couple pages I'm working on. They're not done. I just kind of started this one too. So I'm working in those 2. So I'm not going to do a file folder project. I can't do it. Not with my commissions. Sister Woman said, I'm working on a kitchen like that in your camper, Zippy. Yeah. John has one of those vintage campers. It's like a turquoise and white one. And she says she's working on a vintage kitchen like that. And its name is Zippy. The name of her camper is Zippy. Hi, Eileen. Morning, Dee and everyone. It's Monday and I slept through the week. No, I'm showing my kits that I bought from Jonna and some other Happy Mail. So yeah, vintage kitchen, music paper, and then just little old envelopes and cards, little like dictionary page, just little random things, guys. Recipes, I don't think it's Monopoly, but it's a play money, some vintage faces. These are like the, Timmy faces. Then she puts in a paper doll. How many of y'all, when you were young, used to cut out the little people in like Sears or Penny's or any of the catalogs? Used to cut the little people out and make them your own paper dolls? That's what this reminds me of. Cutting those little things out of catalogs and making your own paper dolls. Yes. Okay. Well, she's here, Eileen, so you just told her. Eileen said, Jonna has the best kits, but don't tell her I said that. You did that, Gail? And so she had that. And again, this is her wrapper here. And then she had this little package here and the seam binding package of a button, and then these vintage pearl buttons. I remember Grandma using those in the little bag. So this was the kit, the pink kit. And again, what's so cute is she puts them in these vintage sheets or pouches. She makes these pouches and they fit sideways. I'm just putting it this way so I don't have to try to fit it in, because they fit really nicely the other way, sideways in the pouch. And so then one kit I'd ordered, she'd already sold. And I said, well, just make me up one or send me one of the other ones. I didn't care. I like all the kits. It didn't matter which kit she sent me when I bought 2. I didn't care because I trusted her to have good stuff in all the kits. And again, guys, you want to, Collage just put the link if you want to see the video of the kits that she has, the 4 new ones, botanicals, or if you want to buy any, go to her Etsy. Okay, so here's this little pouch. And again, I know she sent this pen to me special. It's like a vintage calligraphy pen, and it looks, I'm not even exaggerating. Let me see if I can read it. It almost looks like my pens that I use. It almost looks like the pens I use now, John. The pens that I use now they're not much better. Look, these are my current calligraphy pens. And so I'm going to add this. I need to put your name on it, though. How can I do this? Let's see, maybe with a pasta. I'm going to put Jonna on there. I don't know if Posca will, but I'm going to write your name on there in Posca. So when I put it in my my collection, I use these, guys. These are the ones I use. Okay, so sorry, guys, I had to up over you. All right, so in this kit, yeah, it is well loved. Eileen says, I still remember the inkwells on our desk at school. Oh my gosh, now that's pretty old there, Eileen. I'm not going to lie. I have one in England, but we did not use ink. We did not dip our pens when we did use Big Chief tablets and those pencils that were about that big around. Eileen, but you're one generation too much ahead of me. Hi, Jean. We did not use the dip pens when I was in school. Okay. All right. So let me show you some of the things in this kit. She sent me, look, a scribe patch. This has to be a Girl Scout patch. Am I right? A Girl Scout patch. I love this. Because, when I first went on the internet 28 years ago, or whatever it was, I went by Inky Well. And I'm continuously, let me get a sip of coffee. Gone by Inky Well since then. And, or Ink Script, Inky Well and Ink Script. But Inky Well's my online name. And so because of calligraphy. Because I used to be a calligrapher back in the 80s. And, I still do calligraphy, but not like it, before we had desktop publishing. But anyway, so to have this patch, I know, right? The scribe patch. Whoops. The scribe patch from, I'm guessing, Girl Scouts. You found that in a box at the flea market and jumped for joy. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for giving it in my kit. I love it, John. And I'm going to put that. I'm actually going to put this with, because once I show this, I'm breaking this up and using it, people. Y'all know me. I throw away package. I just jump right in and start using things. So I am going to keep this with my calligraphy pens. I'm going to keep that with my calligraphy pens, Jonna. Let me untangle my scarf here. So here's some vintage fabric. And I don't know, when I say vintage, it doesn't mean necessarily that a lot of this is really old stuff. But does that mean that every, probably, but I'm just saying that doesn't necessarily mean every little piece of paper is going to be vintage, but that it looks like it is, but I can't swear that every little piece of paper is, but it's vintage. If it's not, it's vintage-esque for sure. Things to do today from Frey Printing and Graphics. And look at this. The old maid cards, the artist one. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Eileen and Jonna know the flea markets that are down there in Florida. That's where Jonna and Eileen live. Florida, and so they know the flea markets down there, and Eileen's ribbon Jonna about the flea markets. Oh yeah, they are. I knew they were authentic pieces, Jonna. I know you don't make copies of anything; they are authentic, but I didn't know what era. they're all in different eras, right? Look, a little when you make a blanket or something, you make it yourself and you sew in some more vintage Avery labels, and then different little cards with words. And look at this. I love this. I think that's Poe. Is that Poe's house or is that Shakespeare's house? I don't remember. But anyway, it's a Poe card. Look. It's a Poe card. This needs to go in my Poe journal. Or it needs to go in my book from Jennifer, my steampunk Poe, as a bookmark. Hi, Cheryl. So I love that. I would love to go. Hi, Afros. How's you doing, sister? I love that name. Afro Sensible Sister. I would love to go flea marketing with you. I know I've watched some of your older videos when you and Darcy have gone to the flea markets, Jonna. And I said, oh, I wish I want to be there. I want to be there with them. So I love that little Poe card. That needs to go with a Poe something. And this, look, she has this little, I don't know if she sewed that on there, but look how cute that is. And like these are like 70s looking. This is from the Betty Crocker recipe card library. I think I actually subscribed to that back in the day. I don't have those anymore, Jonna, those particular subscription to the Betty Crocker cards. But look how cute that is with that sewn on there. Yes, I will add it to my Poe book. I do need to pull that out because it's on my shelf. Where's my Poe book and box here? I'll pull that out again. I was going to show it again the other day, and I totally forgot. In my Poe box that I made in October. So I'll try to show this again. But anyway, he needs to go in the Poe book. The book is in the box. We'll show that in a minute. Okay. So another one of the cutout girls. This is so 70s. The big gold chain belt. And I mean, it's just so the fabric is so 70s. Do Scott's in Atlanta? Yeah, they do. Oh, how often is Scott's open? Is it like once a month? And I don't even know the months, if it's open year round or is it every Sunday? I forget the hours of the Scott's Antique Mart. Now I do have a tiny little flea market. It's a flea market and a what do you call it? Antique one. The antique section is indoors. And it's open all the time. And then the flea market is open on the weekends. You need to come over. We'll go to my little local flea market. It's not going to be nothing like what you got in Florida. It's not going to be anything like Scott's. But it would be fun. You might find some treasures, Jonna. Yeah, she's very 70s. But you might find some treasures there. That would be fun. Congrats on. Oh, thank you, Jean. Thank you. Yeah, Gene, you got to get back to streaming, Gene. So you're feeling old right now. Oh, I don't feel old. Feel I was going to say wise. Feel wise, Janet. Because the stuff we've been through. There you go. A bridge sheet, a nature conservatory sheet, and then again, look, out of a ledger. It's out of a ledger here. And some vintage papers. See, I want to use this. This is why I had to show this to y'all today. Some more. I think this is some vintage wrapping paper. And look at this. A happy hour paint book. It's a vintage color book. I do have I did buy. Where did I put it? I'll have to show that to you. I actually should give it to you, Jonna. I bought a vintage color book at my flea market for about, I don't know, I don't even remember now. It's $3, $4. It wasn't much. And some of the pages are colored like this. So look, it's a vintage color book page that she, this happy hour paint book. So I'm not sure what year, but that had to be in the 50s. This had to be in the 50s. What do I do though? I need to try to find it. I don't know what I did with it. I've shuffled everything around so much. Oh, here it is. Yeah, John, I'm going to have to give this to you. So you can use it in your kits. Hang on. Let me Hang on, let me get it off the shelf here. Ugh. Wait a minute. There we go. I don't want the shelves to fall. I've had my shelves fall. I bought this at my flea market. Look at this one, Jonna. Springtime book to color. Look how old this is. It's for you, Jonna, if you want to use this in your kits. I don't know if you do not, but it's so Jonna. It's so you, Jonna. So I'm going to set that aside for you. Okay, so let's get back to the kit here. There's so much little goodies in every one. Oh, look. Oh, the Smokey the Bear. Please prevent forest fires. When is this? This has a date on it, I think. No. And I don't know what she put. She put some kind of fragrance in it so that they don't smell like old papers, guys. She has some kind of a scent. She puts them in, plus, she has them in a plastic bag with the scent. So I'm sure they have time to permeate. So they don't smell moldy or anything, guys. They don't smell musty or moldy. They smell very fresh. She uses some kind of scent. Oh, look, this is old. This is Japanese, old, some kind of card. There's Mount Fuji. Look at that. It's very old. And then some little fabric swatches, little squares, little fabric quilt squares, and just fabric. I feel like I'm going through Grandma's drawers. You know what I mean? Her cabinets, going through Grandma's cabinets. And this almost looks like Grandma's writing. So yeah. And then here's an old advertisement for some kind of Spotty's paint company. Just so cool. So cool. And look, she kind of put artsy stuff in this one that she put together for me. Like to doodle. Look, it's one of those the art instruction school. Now I don't know if it's the same one from the like the ones that Jennifer sent. Art, let's see, what is this? This says Minneapolis. What are the ones that did you see those, sister woman? The ones that Jennifer sent me. Let's see. Jennifer sent me these vintage sketch and drawing books. International Court. This one's in Scranton, Pennsylvania. This one is from Minneapolis. Let's see. The scent is probably from the laundry detergent from the sheets. Oh, okay. Well, it makes everything smell good. So that's it. It doesn't. Nothing smells moldy or old. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but a lot of us that like vintage things do. Minneapolis. And then here's a vintage library, sitting room library, some old envelopes, patterns. Look at these pajamas and robes from patterns. And Grandma used to sew everything. Grandma used to make everything. And then an old envelope from 1969. It has a stamp, the United Nations, New York, 1969. Boo just went to New York with one of her BFFs and family. So yeah, Boo went to New York. Give me some pictures. Let's see if I can show you one. Oh, we go on rabbit trails here. We'll eventually get through this kit. We'll eventually get through this kit. Let's see. Let me find a good one of her. They did some kind of, I don't know where they. All right, here's a good one. This is. All right, so I think this is she is in Times Square. So there she is. I'm not sure exactly where in New York it is, if it's Times Square or what, and it's very, they're all selfie pics and Snapchat type things. She and her friend. Here's another one. They're always she's just looking over her shoulder, like, smile. So there she is in New York. Yeah. I was trying to see if there's any other ones I could show. They did some posing things in some different locations. I'm not sure. I think here she is on a subway, and I think she used a pink filter. It's some kind of a pink filter that she put, and she was on the subway with probably a pink Snapchat filter. Because she's sitting there, she's hanging out with friends. So anyway, okay. So here's a little Valentine artist, a little artist Valentine library. Jonna knows I love me some books. And maybe she thinks I look like one of these girls. No, I'm just kidding. But vintage faces. It's just so Tim, like Tim Holtz and Danny Gregory. If y'all never seen Danny Gregory, used to draw people from yearbooks and from prison photos. Anyway, prison lineups. And here's some more wallpapers and seed planting times. A little like this is like out of a gardening book. Here again, see, it's one of those subscription type things. This is it says a historical collection. It looks like it's out of an old library book. This is some music. Is this the music? Rotating music sheets. John, I think that's what that is. Here's some wallpaper, fabric samples, old map of Georgia. I don't know how old this is, but I live in Georgia. So outside of Atlanta. So she sent me a map. I don't know the year, but you can tell it's yellowed. You can tell they're older. I'm not sure what year this is. I wouldn't trust it to try to find someplace. Player piano music. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Jonna. And some more vintage papers and some vintage wrapping papers. Look at this one with the cats. This could be 60s or 80s. And then look at this. These, I think it's like an old Sears Roebuck catalog. A Sears catalog. Look, watches, vintage watches. And then, well, they weren't vintage at the time, but this catalog is. And look, the Sears catalog pins for sale. Janet, don't you wish that these pins were still this price? We'd own them all, Janet. Janet and I love our pins. Yeah, player piano music, Teresa. Yeah. I know, right? Jonna's kits are so fun. And even though she shows them to you ahead of time, you can see everything laid out in her photos. And sometimes she makes videos of them. I don't know if she makes a video of all of them. Although she does have a video up showing her current 4 newest. And Pacola's been putting the link in there too. But there's her YouTube channel where she's been putting up the newest, the 4 newest botanical kits. So if you want to go peruse them or go to her Etsy shop and just buy them. Look at these overall 70s overall to make. Here's one thing that you could really never make when, like, grandma would, she made our clothes when we were real little. Not by the time we were teenagers, but when we were like in elementary school. One thing that you can never really duplicate is jeans. You can't really make jeans. I'm just saying. I've never seen anybody with a pattern make real jeans. You know what I mean? So I'm sure those overalls were not like, of course, people made stuff out of all kinds of fabrics. And when we were in elementary school, I don't really ever remember wearing jeans, maybe some jean shorts in the summer, but we didn't really wear jeans. And at school, you had to wear dresses. You couldn't even wear pants if you were a girl in school, in elementary school. Yeah, my overall journal. Okay, I have to put that. Okay, I got my overall journal right here too. I'm working on that. I'm working on doing this as a beach theme. So this is my overall journal. I made this out of overalls, and I showed this a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going to go through it. Junk journal. This is my overall junk journal, and I'm going through and I'm making it. I'm covering all the papers and things that are in here with beach themes. So this is all old packaging, envelopes, and all kinds of junk. And I'm covering it all with my beach themed stuff. So Jonna said this needs to go in here. So I'm going to put this. This is going to go in here. There we go, Jonna. Close it up here. I got to get, I'll get back. Eventually, I'll get back to this one too. So this junk journal, all right. It's sitting right here with the papers. So here's some more vintage. This was a popular motif like in the 40s, but I'm not sure. Mid-century modern. Let's see. Some pages. Looks like, oh, look, this is out of an art book. So some swatching. And then here's some vintage graph paper, ledger paper. Out of a ledger, you can see and these ledgers would have been post-bound ledgers paper. And then here, of course, I loved this. Look at this. I love this. This, I would really like to frame this one. I think this needs a frame. I love this. I love this page. And it's like out of, a book about space, And it just reminds me of the old, which, by the way, I retweeted this morning. Somebody posted I think it was a 70s art painting of a Heinlein book. I retweeted it this morning on Twitter. And this is the kind of stuff that reminds me of the old Heinlein Asimov covers, Let's see. Then some more ledger paper, a different size ledger paper. And then this little vintage pack where I'm sure she did these here. Yeah, she did. There's an inky well. So she did some label. Dweety. Aw. So collage artist, inky well. She did these on her label maker. Look. I love the Dweety. I love that. Oh, that paper was from your trip to Italy? The mod print. Oh, okay. This was from your trip to Italy. Very cool. Do they hand print these over there? Is that what, do they like emulate or take the original designs and redo them onto wrapping paper, Jonna, in Italy? I love this. And then let's see here, some little ticket stubs and some little vintage papers. The Cascade Drive-In in Chicago. And that little ticket. And then look at these. Look, I saved this for last. These little clock buttons. Look at these little plastic plastic buttons with watches. Block printed. Okay, so it's block printed. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. See, that needs a special place now that I know it's from Italy. So look how cute that is. Oh my God. I just love that. So thank you so much for putting together this kit for me, Sister Woman. And again, she puts them all because I want to use this stuff over the weekend. That's why I didn't wait. I didn't want to wait till Monday to show you guys this because I want to use this stuff. Did I open that? Oh yeah, that's that color. I want to use it. And if I wait till Monday, the full kit. And again, she puts in these pouches that she makes out of sheets. And they smell so fresh. They smell so fresh. I know, aren't they, Colleen? I know. Hi, Dot. So real quick, I'm not going to go through this all, but I am going to just open this up so I can put my Poe card in here. So this was the box that I made. And my plan was originally when I started to do this back in October, I was doing Inktober as well. I wanted to do calligraphy of the whole poem of the Raven. And I said, well, and I hadn't read it in a long time. And I couldn't remember how long it was. Well, it's like 40, 42 stanzas of 6 lines each. I said, I don't have time to calligraphy 42 stanzas of 6 lines each in October while I'm doing Inktober. So what I did is I printed them all out. I printed all the stanzas out, cut them down into strips, and individually glued down every strip and inked around the edges. So there's a little wax, one of my wax seals there, a little nib, a real nib there, and these are feathers that I bought from what was her name? I got these from a girl that had an Etsy shop a few years ago in UK. And there's some feathers. There's some black feathers. I don't know what bird it's from. And then Poe here. And then inside is my Poe book. And here's some different tooling, some sparkly tooling, black and green. And then here's my little Poe clip that I put Poe in there. I can't clip it and put it in here because it won't fit. So I just have the clip just sitting in there. But so yes, got the ribbon on here. And I just have different little things that this book was made by Mark Muir. Mark was selling these back. Oh, okay, got to get down. Mark was selling these back in October. I don't know that he's still doing it, but then I added a little bit more to it. And what it is, it's the whole Raven. It's the whole all 40, I think it's 40 or 42 stanzas with all kinds of little things in it. And I made it messy and splotchy and inky, and every page has a little photo I printed out of Poe on every page, and some hidden under one of the flaps. So I did this back in October. Thank you, Tori. And so everyone has a flap. So I worked on these pages individually and then put them in, and I numbered the pages. So every stanza has the number. And so I'll just flip through it real quick. So we did this back in October for the poem The Raven, and it's got stenciling and splatters and scribbles, and it's a hot mess journal. That's what I wanted it to be. And we stuck with orange, black, purple colors, and so well, now that I'm already flipping, now I got to see some of these are some of Tim Holtz's little people. And I did put a few little my little paper clip flags. And I just imagine, maybe that was Poe and Eleanor, And then I had some of these that I got at Michael's, these hologram type things. So it did take me a minute to make this. I'm not going to lie. There's another one of those X-rays. Michael's was selling these bug and a hand and X-rays. So I put some of those in here. So yeah, this was then the blank pages at the back. I just added some little details to it because I ran out of stanzas, but I wanted to use the whole book. This is one of the cards, the tag someone sent me here. There's another one of those little hologram type things. There's another one. Hi, Mary Beth. Anybody else popping in? Another tag. I don't know if that was from, this one was from Teresa. Teresa's here. That's one of the little cards Teresa made me, and I put that in there. Anything Halloween, I just kind of put in there. And I don't celebrate Halloween. I just, make it fun. Just make it fun. And so there's another Poe. So yeah, so I think I'll put my little card here at the back. There we go. Tuck that in there. And so this was my little Poe book that I made. And again, I have this little tied this little ribbon, black ribbon around it like that. And then I had this little card sticking in there. And there we go with the little clip. And then I decorated the box. So I made the box to decorate it. These are sequins I glued on one by one. Those are individual little sequences that I glued on. So yeah, so that was my Poe book. Dee Dee, did you? Not sure if you saw the tweet, but they found my. Oh no, I did not see that. They found your artwork sitting behind another large piece of art. Oh my gosh, Jean. So Jean, yeah, since you were asking for payment, they found it. So Jean had submitted to an art contest that marble painting I showed y'all last week in Canada, and it was lost in the mail for months. Well, Jean just said they found it. They found it. I'm so glad, Jean. I'm so glad they found your painting. So anyway, that was my Poe book and box. And then I got wait for it, guys. I got some more happy mail. We got till 10 o'clock. Let's use up that time. So I got, let me put this here. I don't want to lose Sister Woman's color book. What do I do with it? Here it is. So Anne McLear, Anne M. Leclerc, Leclere, Anne M. Leclerc. I don't know why that's hard for me to say. I want to say McLear. Anyway, I'll cover up the addresses here, but she sent me this envelope. I can show you the back side. She sent me this little envelope. Look at this. I'm going to cut this up, people. I'm cutting this up. And she sent me all these vintage, well, I say vintage. They're napkin. They look vintage. So let me dump all this out. Hang on here, guys. And she made some little cards and some washi tape wraps. So this is washi tape wrapped around a card. I don't know if y'all know that if you want to exchange washi tape with someone, the best way to do it is take a playing card and wrap the washi tape around the playing card. But look at this Asian one. I love that. And then here's a couple other ones. These look like these are handmade. I think she made these probably on a jelly plate. So jelly plated washi tapes. Look how pretty those are. Hi, Judy. Anybody else popping in on this? I'm really not paying a lot of attention to chat unless you put it in caps because I'm trying to get through this. Colleen and Kathy, and I know Colleen said, don't rush, but, they stream at 10. I'm going to get done by 10. And then this card here. Look at this. So thanks so much, Anne. Happy birthday, Anne. And then there's her. She's here all the time, but I get her and the other Anne that's here now, not Anne in Savannah, not that Anne, but the other Anne that's here. And look at these. Look at these little napkins. Oh my gosh, little cats, little watering can, and just a sunflower, a cat. Look at this one. Look at the cab. That would be cool. Should make something for Boo. I should do a Boo page and use this, right, guys? I should do that. I think I'll pull that out. See, this is why I like to show my, because then I start using it. I start using it right away. Look at this napkin. I've never seen anything like that. Look at that. It's foiled, but it's soft. It's not like metal or anything like that. It's very soft, just like the rest of the napkin. But look at that beautiful napkin. I know, right? But I got more. I got something from Faithful Mess too. But I wanted to show you guys because, again, I like to use it. So these are all napkins. Look at this marbled one here. Let's just open this one up. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I mean, to me, I can already, Mount Fuji is calling to me here. Or the portal in what was the Star Trek series, the one with the star, what was it called? The one with the portal. reminds me of. Someone in the chat will say. Then let's see. Here's a toucan. Look away, Eileen. Look away, Eileen. We have a flamingo. We have actually 2 flamingos. Yeah, no, not Star Trek, Gene. The Stargate. Thank you, Gail. Stargate is what I was thinking of. Stargate. Sorry, Eileen. So, anyways, Anne sent me all this, and I'll use the washi. I'm going to cut up the envelope. I will use all this stuff. I'll use this. I'll put a picture of Boo with this and do a little layout in one of my journals. Since I really don't scrapbook, maybe I really should scrapbook a page from her New York trip. Yeah, if y'all missed the pictures. Oh, there's Denise. Hang on. She's on speaker? Okay. So Denise just called. Okay, she's on speaker. You're on speaker. Today, because I did an impromptu yesterday on Thursday, I thought yesterday was Wednesday, so I thought today was Thursday. I'm not
That's
even
wild. That is wild.
Well, it's not your TGIF because you work every Saturday and Sunday.
But it's the majority of people's TGIF.
Yeah. Do you sell a lot of houses on Fridays? What's your best selling day for?
The selling. So usually, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
It's so easy. We take $2,000 on a debit card, sign the documentate 110 pages, and you do the pre-qual. It's on the app, and it's like 10 minutes. It's so easy to buy a house. I had more trouble getting my Ring doorbell set up yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Someone else is streaming in about 30 minutes, so I want to finish this up. So, all right. I showed. Thank you. I'm glad. And I did show a couple pictures of Boo in New York. She's 20 pictures on the cloud.
I did.
Okay.
Did she send them to you?
Yeah, she did.
She was going to.
Yeah, she did.
And then she also asked me this, or I told you this, because she wants it to be mail something into the group. She's never mailed anything.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't know how to actually physically mail. Like go to the post office.
Yeah, she wants to actually mail you something.
Oh my gosh.
Like, will you show me how? And I was like, well, yeah, that's weird, but okay.
Everything's done.
You don't realize that young kids these days don't know how to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, all right, well, yeah, so she's going to be putting together it's very complicated package for you.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to mail her that pen brush makeup holder. I'm just going to give it to her. We thought about coming up Sunday, but I'll get back with you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Sorry, guys. It did tell me that my connection was unstable for a second. Hopefully the connection stabilizes. Faithful Mess sent me everything up in this bubble wrap. It's a bubble wrap. And I took all the washi tape. She had washi tape all on it. And I took all the washi tape and put it in my journal. So let's just see let me find one here. I think it's in the big journal. So I took all the washi tape. Guys, I can't do anything about it. Just, we'll just work through it if it's buffering. So I took all the washi tapes and I put them in my journal in different places. Okay, so they didn't get wasted. Patty, anybody else in the connect? I can't do anything about it, and I don't even know why it did it. So yeah, these things first. Let me get this here first. So she sent me these little packs of things. Look, a little card here. It says, "We wouldn't be here without you." A little card from the heart. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Thank you for allowing me to shout out Morticia's fundraiser. That was a couple weeks ago. And we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. With Melody's permission, this package was, well, anyway, apparently people that donated to her fund was sent a thank you. And Melody, I don't know if Melody said send mine to Edie, or if if Faithful Mess just said she just did it to send it to whoever. But anyway, this was in lieu of sending it to Melody. She sent it to me. So I don't know what part of this was Melody was going to get, but thank you, Melody, and thank you, Faithful Mess. So look at these napkins, guys. More napkin journal. We need to start a new napkin journal. Our old napkin journal is really full. I mean, there's still some blank pages in it. Let me see here. There's still a few pages left in the napkin journal, but it's pretty full, you know. The napkin journal here, it's pretty full. There's a few pages like that just have the napkin on them that we haven't done yet, but I know it sounds like it's sticking, but it's really not. What it is the texture from the napkins grips itself, but it's not sticking or tearing or anything. It's just because napkins are textured. So this is our napkin journal that we need to either work in again, or we need to move on to a new napkin journal. So anyway, but it's pretty full. So with all these new napkins I got, though, we need to be doing something with them, right? Need to be doing something with these. Thank you, Picola. Yeah. Faithful Mess, and I don't know if she's got any on her shop right now, but she makes these little washi tape books out of, let me grab mine. She makes washi tape books out of little photo albums. Well, I can't, you'll just have to watch my channel, Cheryl. I can't notify you when I'm going to do a napkin journal. Sorry, you just have to watch the channel. Yeah, I can't email you or something. You'll just have to watch the channel. I'll put it in the description and the title so you can look for them. But yeah, I can't notify people when I'm doing specific things. So this is one of Faithful Mess's photo album washi tape books. Again, I don't know if she has any, but all this washi tape you can use. It's wrapped around the plastic, right, of the photo album. And then you can just peel it off as you want to use some. So I'm just flipping through. Isn't this awesome? So I just want y'all to see, and if you, and Picola put a link to Faithful Mess's Etsy shop there. Look how much different kinds there are. You just don't even think about how many kinds of washi tape there are. So her package came wrapped with washi tape, and I peeled it all off and stuck it in my journals. Stuck it all in my journals. So anyway, these napkins were in the box she sent me. And I'll have to show you the box. The cat did get out. The cat was sitting in the box, but and he's way too big for the box, but he's shoved himself in the box. And so look at these with the feathers and the eggs. Thank you, Picola. Yeah, we don't need excuses to make new journals. That is true. That is true. Afro sister. And then these are some vintage like book pages. And she sent me some of these before in another box that she sent me. And I use this stuff, people. So once I cut it up and glue it in something, you know, it's used. But I do use this stuff. That's why I wanted to show you this stuff and Jonna's kit before the weekend, because I'll have cut it all up. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Let me get this box. Hang on, I got more. I want to try to cover up. Let me cover up the. So her boxes came wrapped all in this duct tape. Look, and washi tape. They're all wrapped in duct tape and washi tape. And her boxes are just always so pretty. And then she sent this. She sent these envelopes so that I can mail them out. These are like hot air balloons, and they're like, to mail a book in. Because look what she sent me, guys. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She sent 7 of these books for me to give away. Well, I mean, I'm going to keep one, but so she sent these books. This box weighed a lot. The box was heavy. This box was heavy, and she sent the envelopes to put them in. See. I know, right? So I'm going to go through one. We have enough time to go flip through one, and then we're going to go over to Colleen's stream, and she and Kathy stream at 10 because it's Friday, and I thought it was Thursday. When I was texting Kathy this morning, I'm going, "Do you all stream today?" Wait, no, y'all stream on Friday. And Kathy's going, "Yeah, we stream on Friday." And I'm going, "Oh, well, that's tomorrow." I was totally messed up on my days because I did an impromptu stream yesterday. So I thought yesterday was Wednesday. You have this book? Oh my gosh, Colleen. Of course you do. What am I talking about? Of course you have this book. Oh my gosh. I know. Is Faithful here? I didn't see her. Did she come in? I didn't see her. She's probably on her way to work, guys. This is her work time. You've not used it? You better use it. Oh my gosh. You got to use it. I'm going to use it. And so handmade collage, Seiko Kato. And it might be I'm sure it's like, Seiko Kato. She's a Japanese girl and or woman, I should say. But at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of the book, it has some picture like here. Look, there's her working in her studio. I haven't read all the biography of this yet, but I will. I'm going to read every bit of this. So there she is working in her studio, and she does collage. And she talked about, I did read one paragraph where maybe it's over here. I'll keep flipping because there was one part where I read some of her tools and materials here. Vintage, the way she stores things. Look at this, guys. You could just sit here and just stare at this, couldn't you? Now, I am not this organized with my collage because I'm just not. I tried putting all my collage in separate drawers. You know, those tower drawers. I had 2 of those tower drawers, and I tried to organize everything like this. I could not do it. I wasn't doing my kind of collage when I tried to organize my stuff this way. But, if you are new to collage, just starting collage, you probably do need some kind of system. Now, all my collage fodder is just in bins. And I flick through bins of collage fodder because I really don't look for one specific item. But if you want to find, fish or shells or flowers, mushrooms, butterflies, if you want to be able to find one little individual thing, you've got to be able to organize it in some way. But for me, I don't go, I have my watches. I have, because I like to put a watch or clock or time in my stuff, but I can't work that way. I spend all my time looking and sorting and not working, So here she's talking about cutting and gluing. And so this is some of her work, guys. Here she is here. I think that's the same picture, but in color. There she is working there. And what this book does, how to finish your works and frame them, what she does, sourcing images, where she gets them out of old let's see, what does she say? Of course, she goes to flea markets, yard sales, the same thing we all do. And she uses, vintage animal books, medical books, botanical books. Okay, so what you do is she shows you a finished piece and gives you the elements to cut out and make that piece. So if you have never done collage and you want to try to learn how, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to combine things, this is where she shows you, look, and it's got like where you can cut this page out, you cut this page out, you cut these items out, and then you make this, okay, with those 4 elements. So you can make her projects. So again, here are the elements, here's her step-by-step, and here's the finished piece. And the whole rest of the book is that, these projects. Now she's got 5 elements, and there's the finished piece, but she shows you the step-by-steps over here, okay? Now she's up to 7 items. So again, she shows you step by step how to make these. And you have to fussy cut. You got to fussy cut this out. Look at all these. Isn't this cool? Thank you, Pacola. Pacola's been putting links in for everybody's Etsy's and everything. So you make these projects. So here's all the items. And then this one has 2 pages. This one has 2 pages of stuff. All the little mushrooms. Look, you got to fussy cut this stuff out, Or if you're like me, you got to tear them out, put them on, and paint around them. if you're not making the individual project, I mean. Isn't it cool? Again, here's 2 pages of items to make this. And now there's 3 pages. They're getting more and more advanced. As you go through the book, they get harder and harder. I know, isn't it cool? So thank you so much, Faithful Mess. So that had 3 pages worth of stuff to cut out. And, when you're doing this, guys, if you do any kind of project like this or anybody else's, never feel like you have to copy it exactly. Add your own stuff. Add maybe some lace in here would be cool. Some doilies or some real lace. Some lace tuck those leaves would be cool. I mean, you could do all kinds of things. So look at all these birds, leaves, and now it's getting more and more complicated. But if you go to all the trouble to do these kind of fussy cutting type things, you really want to frame it or at least put it in a plastic sleeve, guys, because this is a lot of delicate work. Look at that one when it's finished. Look at that one. I know, right? Additional elements. So she's got all kinds of extras back here. And so this came out in, does it have a date here or in the front? I don't see a date there. Let's look in the front. 2017. The ISBN is 9781631593451. Or that might be, it's kind of split up. I'm not sure which one. One might be a hardback, one might be a paperback. Oh, wait, here. 9781631593451. Yeah, that's what I just said. And it's a Quarry book. All Quarry books are good. Anytime you buy a Quarry book, you're going to love it. Of course, you just look on Amazon. Look for Collage, Seiko Kato. So, yeah. I know. Hi, G. So did I miss anything in chat? If y'all have anything else that I missed, you want to tell me now. We got a couple minutes before we go over to Colleen's house. So thank you so much. So she sent plenty. So when I'm going to be doing some giveaways in the next weekend too, for my 25K subby celebration. Yeah, Kimberly goes, operators are standing by. Oh my goodness, Ashley. I just do I try to, when I do collage, it's on the cuff. My collage, I make it up as I go. Sometimes I have a little bit of a vision in my head of where I want it to go, but it's not planned. It's not planned like to this extent, I should say. The most planning that I could even say I really do is in my abandoned places books, and those aren't really, it's I just pick what speaks to me and build a world. I build a world off of what speaks to me, and that goes with the posters, the animal posters, the everything. It's just like what's speaking to me at the time. Oh, but speaking of speaking to me, let me show y'all this real quick. I'm not quite done. But y'all know, was it, what day did we do this? Did we do this on Monday? No, we did this. We finished it on Monday, I think. Anyway, we finished up the Blue Jay, and we just started with the blank piece of Bristol board, and we sketched out the Blue Jay, and then we did the Blue Jay. And then on Wednesday's show, we did an impromptu Society of Idea Collectors, and we drew a crab and a lionfish and picked the colors of teal and purple with an additional accent of orange. And we did another piece. Well, I'm almost done with it. I did show it yesterday. We're almost done with it. So I did go ahead and do coral. This as coral. It started out as his back legs. Then we thought moose antlers. And then I decided to go with coral. So I've got to do some shading in the coral. I've got to finish shading on the crab shell itself. But there's his little eyes there. And then there's the lionfish. And I put little astronaut stickers. I put little astronaut stickers in there. So once I stuck the little astronaut stickers on there, I had to finish. I had to finish the piece once the little astronauts were on there. So this is one of our impromptu collage mixed media society. I know, I love the little astronauts too. Once I put them on there, I had to finish it. And again, I want to do a little bit more shading up in here and a little more work on the shell itself. But other than that, that's pretty much done. And this one I'm going to make prints out of this one. So anyway, okay. So, Colleen, you want to put a link to your channel in there? If you want to put a link to your channel, Colleen. And again, thank you, Sister Woman, for putting together that one kit for that fit me. And so if you want to buy some of Jonna's vintage paper kits, grab them while you can. And then also go over to Faithful Messes Etsy as well. All right, Teresa? Oh my gosh. So I'm looking around, see if there's anything else I missed talking about or showing and telling. So if y'all did not watch my Jane Davenport clearance haul from Michael's that I did an impromptu yesterday stream on that, because I wanted y'all to see all that stuff. Now, Kathy Berg said her Michael's did not have it on sale yet, but be looking for it, guys. If my Michael's just happened to go early on that sale, make sure you be, looking for it or calling and asking if their Jane Davenport stuff's on sale yet. And because it's like marked down, I'm talking, $1.02 to $4. So you want to, you really want to grab those things if you can. Dee Dee, you have a style we all recognize. Oh, thank you, Anya. Thank you. All right. I hope y'all enjoy that thing. If I miss saying hi to you, I didn't ignore you. I was just trying to not paying attention to chat. I wanted to get through all the happy mail and the vintage papers and everything. I wanted to get through it before 10 o'clock. We did. We did get it done. So we'll see you guys over at Colleen's. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. And thanks again, everybody that's supporting the channel. Got us up to 25K. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.